It's cold outside, but don't worry. We can garden on our windowsills. It's cold outside, no worries. We'll look and find a few good deals. Trader Joe's is plants. Oh, Trader Joe's is plants. From bouquets of pretty posies, sweet fragrance for little nosies, to succulents and bromeliads, another plant here you never had. Oh, Trader Joe's is plants. Oh, Trader Joe's is plants. Oh, Trader Joe's is plants.
Welcome, friends. I'm so glad to be able to go through and share with you this little shopping trip I did with my sons. We actually stopped and went for a little walk around the Barnes & Nobles, bookstore, pet store, and this Trader Joe's store. And so I love going to Trader Joe's. I'm not sure why I don't go more often. It's not that far away. I think it's awesome. And they're having a lot more stores open up. I'll share at the end some places where they're opening up pretty soon. But I absolutely love going to Trader Joe's looking for flowers and plants. And I'll be honest, I don't buy very many cut flowers, but this would be a great place to get them if you are, celebrating someone's birthday, or if you're going to bring a hostess gift, things like that. If you're going to go, visit family or friends, you can buy a cheap vase from the Dollar Tree and put in the bouquet with water, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And they have some really interesting flowers too. An arrangement of flowers can be very pricey, but Trader Joe's is extremely reasonable. One of the reasons why I haven't enjoyed cut flowers one of the reasons is because of how expensive it is. And I think about what that money could be going to. And obviously, growing your own garden and having your own cut flowers, that would be cheaper. However, they're not blooming all year long, except for the chrysanthemums. Yes, they're blooming. I had them blooming outside. I had hardy chrysanthemums that I got from Home Depot or Lowe's, and I had them growing outside all winter last year. There was snow on top of the flowers. It was beautiful. Now, orchids, on the other hand, they're so pretty. They make some really nice fake orchids, which I'm really opposed to fake flowers. But I think on the case of orchids, I'd have to go that way because no matter what I do, I kill them. I did have a vanilla orchid once that was alive for like 10 years, but just didn't grow very much. But yeah, orchids and it's like the whole like watering them deeply and then not watering them situation. I try to overlove my plants a little bit too much, but they're so pretty. And if you have the magic touch with orchids, this would be the place to get them. I've never seen them cheaper than this. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful. They'll last longer than cut flowers, but I always feel bad if I kill a plant. So I'm going to skip the orchids, but I do love all the mums, and I am grabbing some plants. I'll show you later which ones I chose. But they also have all these like fillers. So if you're going to do something really fancy, you could do a couple different elements and put them together. Pretend you're a florist. Aren't those pink flowers absolutely stunning? They're so sweet. That would make a wonderful bouquet for, let's say, a lady who just had a baby, for a baby shower, something like that. Totally precious. I would like them no matter what. Like, doesn't matter the occasion. And I actually did stop and smell the roses, and they smell super sweet. Here we have delicata. There is some acorn squash and spaghetti squash. And so I had intentions this year of having all kinds of squash, and it didn't go my way. Got sidetracked with life. But I did have a lot of great herbs this year, and I did get my shark fin melon to survive. And I took cuttings and rooted them, and I will keep them propagating. So I'll share those with you another time. But basil is great here. You can buy them and have fresh basil on your windowsill, in your kitchen. Have those herbs nice and handy. I like growing. I like growing the produce from Trader Joe's. I'm not sure, like, I actually eat their produce. I like grow the produce. So if I want something fun, like I want to grow blue potatoes, red potatoes, whatever, and I do have artichokes growing in my yard. I actually bought like a ton of artichoke seeds from Everwild, and they have wonderful seeds, by the way. If you haven't checked them out before, you should, because they sell their seeds in Mylar, which also helps them to last a long time. I actually grow a lot of the potatoes and garlic directly from the produce I get at Trader Joe's, or even like I've grown ginger from Trader Joe's as a house plant, and it works. It really does. And I know I'm late to the game on garlic. I should have planted them like probably about a month ago, but our weather has been kind of mild. I might get away with it. And you know what? What did I lose? So I do want to show you that there are a lot of new stores popping up from Trader Joe's, and so they must be doing really well. While a lot of other businesses are like phasing away, and closing down some of their stores, and in other places, Trader Joe's seems like they really have a good handle on their business, because, and I have a couple different websites here. I'm going to link them in the description so that you can see if you're looking like for a new one. If you're trying to see if there's one coming up near you. There's 2 different resources here I was looking at, and they had like a lot of overlap, but there were some on one that were on the other and vice versa. So I decided to share both with you, because I am excited that there are more locations with Trader Joe's, and I really love their store. Like, I think of it as an outing. I know that sounds funny, but I have a couple friends, that will allow me to take them shopping, or like just go shopping as our girls' night out. And I have so much fun looking at produce. I mean, it's so crazy. I know I'm crazy. It's okay. But like the plant area there, I mean, they have some plants for $5. They have some bouquets for less than $5. And they have produce that you can eat some, grow some, whatever, right? So it's a lot of fun to get into gardening, and there's no reason why you can't do it, even if you aren't going to a gardening store. And you can kind of smuggle them in with your grocery bill. You know what I mean? Like I didn't go to the plant store. I just went grocery shopping, and come home with a plant or 2 or 3, and grow your produce out. You could actually eat your carrots and grow them too. I'm telling you, like, you can eat your onions and grow them too. You can eat your beets and grow them too. And it's amazing, because even though you won't get a whole new beet, you won't get a whole new onion, you won't get a whole new carrot, you will get them to grow greens, and they will eventually flower and go to seed if you transplant them outside when the time is right. But what I'm telling you, it's wonderful. So there actually are a few new locations in Washington, and I'm excited about that, because like I said, it's also kind of like Dollar Tree. When I see a new Dollar Tree, I have to go there. If I see a new Trader Joe's, I'm going to have to go there too. And I always thought of Trader Joe's as the rich people's store, but look at how the prices are. So one thing is, if you go to their website and you can type in like where you want to go, and it will have all these different locations, super easy to navigate their website. It's also really cute. It reminds me of old-fashioned newspapers and country stores and like farmers markets. It's really cute. So even if you're looking at home and you're like, I don't know, I'm not going to go right now, but you can actually make a list. They have a feature in the upper right hand corner of their website where you can actually like add your stuff to a list, and then when you go to the store, you can look for those things, right? So that's what I was looking at, and I was also perusing their website and looking to see what else they had in here. I actually found like they had some Christmas stuff up already on there. They have some recipes, and I thought too, some of the stuff that they have there is nice enough to be for a gift for Christmas. So especially if your people are like my people, which is like the expectations aren't ridiculous or grandiose, like giving somebody in my family a really nice lotion or shampoo or conditioner or like, some kind of, you know, jelly or something in a gift basket that you made or you put together frugally. My people are, uh I don't want to say like have low expectations, but are like more genuine and down to earth, not like expecting like a diamond tennis bracelet or a car. Like in those, when I was a kid, they always had these commercials of people like going outside Christmas morning and there was like a car with a ribbon on it. What the heck? Who in the world gets a brand new vehicle for Christmas? I've never had a brand new vehicle in my entire life. Never. So, yeah, I like shopping. I like duplicating, like double upping, 2-for-1 situation when I can run my errand and I can also go Christmas shopping at the same time. Like it's versatile, right? So one of the things I like about Trader Joe's is I think of it as a garden shop and getting fresh produce. It's also a place to buy some gifts. So I also like they have on here a crossword puzzles, and I'll be honest, I'm not that great with crossword puzzles. I like them, but sometimes they'll have words that are just really like not very common. I should make some crossword puzzles that are not so ridiculous. Maybe for my students or people who are watching my channel. That would be fun. I could make some crossword puzzles. That would be fun. And I wouldn't include words from the 1700s that you won't understand. Um, but if we're looking here, I always plant the seeds. If it's a lime or an orange or a lemon, um, the even like the avocados, which won't grow out here outside, I'll plant them as a house plant, and it's so much fun. Like if somebody makes guacamole or something, I'm saving all of the pits, and it's amazing. And I actually, in my student store at school, I actually sell off my avocado plants and cuttings of my plants that are rooted. And so it ends up being also like a teachable moment, right? And so I have grown beets. You can grow 5 beets in one hole. I wanted to point that out. A lot of people want you to space like one beet and then a space and then another beet. No, plant 5. That's the Charles Dowding method. Plant 5 beet seeds in one hole. And then as they get big, pull one out. And then they'll fill in the space. And then pull one out. And then they'll fill in the space. By the end of the season, there might be 1 or 2 left. Leave them. The next year, they'll go to flower and you'll have so many seeds. Like the only thing for produce wise that I don't think is a good deal, even though it's cheap, would be like beets and summer squash because they are so easy to grow and you can get so much going. You can freeze it. You can, I've seen people, make preserves, pickle them, all that kind of stuff. And I want to get into that more later. I would like to pickle beets because I tried some pickled beets at someone's Thanksgiving gathering once, and they were so good. I thought it was going to be gross. It was wonderful. And if you don't like beets, try the golden beets. They have a different flavor profile. They don't have that woodsy dirt soil flavor to them. They have all these awesome recipes here. That's cool. And they're printable if you want to do that. One thing I would recommend to them is when they have their recipes, they should have the individual ingredients clickable to add it to your grocery cart, your cart. That's one recommendation I would give them on their website, because if you're looking at a recipe, you're like, yeah, I've got this and I've got that, but I need this thing. If they had a like hyperlinked situation, you can click on it and add it directly to your shopping list, that would be even more amazing. Because I'll tell you what, I go to a place without a shopping list and I come home with a cart full of something. But if I go with a list, I tend to spend less money because I'll stick to the list. And then if I'm looking at the recipe at home, I can look in the fridge and the cupboard. Oh, I have this, I have that, I have this. It's that one thing I need. If you could just click on that one thing and add to your cart, then I wouldn't be at the store going, oh, I think I need to get sour cream again. And then I have 4 tubs of sour cream. You know what I mean? Or then people will always end up using the one that's not the oldest first or something. they do have interesting tags on the sides, and sometimes it would lead me down like a little rabbit hole. But it was fun to go through here, and I think their layout is really adorable. Whoever's doing their website, I really like it a lot. That hot beef and cheddar sandwich looks really good. I started drooling. I was like, this sounds so yummy. Um, and I am intermittent fasting, so I usually eat like one meal and one snack a day, and I have lost 54, 55 pounds since February. And I'm doing it healthfully. I feel great. And that's also the cheapest way to diet, is to use intermittent fasting, because you don't have to buy anything special. I am not eating or drinking anything that has high fructose corn syrup. And I'm very careful not to have too many things with preservatives, trying to get rid of things. It's like, I don't know why, but I think the preservatives were like, just so there's so much preservatives in food. I think it makes it so your body doesn't process the food properly. And so ever since I stopped having so many preservatives and fructose corn syrup, and I will eat a bigger meal, but once a day instead of multiple little meals. And I remember as a kid, they'd say, don't skip breakfast. Well, if I don't skip breakfast, I'm just adding more calories to my day, because I'm still going to eat lunch or dinner, right? I have a small lunch. Usually my lunch is just like cheap. It's going to be like a multigrain muffin with peanut butter and jelly, toasted. It's amazing. Love it. I'll have an apple, you know, and then I'll have a normal dinner. And I just watch my portions. And I've lost 54, 55 pounds now. I think it's 55 pounds as of this morning. And I feel so much more alive. And I have more energy. I feel more creative. And I'm looking at this poinsettia and going, did you know that poinsettias are not, they should not die. You should keep them going. They should live a really long time. And did you also know that they've copyrighted the genetics of poinsettias? That if you were to do a cutting and propagate it by cutting, you are actually breaking the law. I don't agree with that. But you can keep it alive forever, and that doesn't break anyone's rules. So you can also buy seeds online for poinsettias, and then those are not copyrighted, but or trademarked, whatever they want to call it. But I did a lot of research on the poinsettias because I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do cuttings? And then I happened to stumble across something that said it was illegal. Oh, about the wreaths, $8.99 for a wreath, and it's real, and it's beautiful. This little tree here, this would be really cute. The little grump tree, that would be so cute for a white elephant gift. I was actually thinking about that because I don't usually go to staff parties because I'm antisocial. No, it's because I'm tired after working all day, and then you're like, I have to go home, or I have to go make something, I have to go buy something to do this white elephant gift, and bring like a tray of cheese, a charcuterie, Charlene board. I'm just kidding. And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll buy something like that, because at $10, that's a cute idea. Maybe pair it with a couple other things so it's not like I'm a cheapskate. But I think that's really adorable, and that would be a great decoration. And I'm not buying all of these things. I'm just putting them on a list. It's like window shopping, you guys. I had a friend when I was a kid, and her parents would always say that they were going window shopping. I was like, what's window shopping? It's when you don't buy the stuff. You just look at it. And guess what? You can look at something, or you can put something back. You can put something in your cart and go, I'm going to think about it. Usually, if you put it in your cart, you're going to buy it, right? But you can put it back. I did that today. I went to Daiso, and I had a couple items in the cart and several items in the cart. I put most of them back. I only got a few things. And I was like, you know what? You can do this. You can make ends meet. You have to be frugal. You have to not buy stuff you're not going to actually use. This is awesome. It actually has really great ingredients here. And by the way, I'm reading the instructions here, and it's like, or the description, it's like, this is like a recipe. We can make our own pesto. I keep having the thought that I'm going to make pesto. Why haven't I made pesto yet? I think this summer we're definitely making pesto. So if you want to see me make pesto for my garden, hit like and subscribe. We're definitely going to do that. After going through this divorce, Like, I definitely need to learn how to live on one income, and I'm still supporting um one, two, three, four, five people now, going on six. So yeah, so I'm supporting a lot of people in this very small home, and I have to learn how to make things ends meet. This pizza sauce, $1.99. I think that's as I'm not gonna like don't go like price check me. Actually, go price check me. I think it's as cheap as like Walmart. I think Winco might have a pizza sauce that's cheaper than that, but $2 for that. And then like the cinnamon buns, I had one of my sons want that cinnamon buns for his birthday cake. And I was like, that's actually not a bad deal. Like, you know, and it's already portion sized for you, right? Because each person gets one. Unless you're having a big party, then I guess you need to get more than one. But oh, this is interesting. I've never heard of this. Have you seen this before? It's like a candy cane, but it has cocoa inside. Cocoa is inside the candy cane. Like the candy cane is inside like a hollow chamber inside of it. It's made with real peppermint oil, tapioca syrup. It has it's hand pulled, which is interesting, and it has a soft cocoa cream filling. So that's interesting. I've never heard of something like that. If you have, comment below and let me know if you liked it. I mean, it could be weird, but like I've seen people, and I've used a candy cane to stir my coffee or my hot cocoa before. Um, and actually, I just bought from Walmart a little package of candy cane sticks to stir with the hot cocoa. It was funny though, but one fell down in the mug and was like stuck in the bottom of the mug, and we're like, I think that's garbage now. But it did taste really good. The coffee and the hot cocoa tasted very minty. I always like to put, I mean, someone very jolly likes to put those candy coins in stockings. They make a really good stocking stuffer. This here too, these I haven't had the peppermint cookies, these wafers, but I've had the light chocolate and the white ones, and they're so good. And wouldn't that be cute? Like if you're making like you can go buy a little basket from the Dollar Tree for $1.25 or $1.50 and put that in there, put that candy cane in there, maybe put a mug, put a few little, some tea bags, some, fuzzy socks from the Dollar Tree, some fuzzy gloves from Daiso, like for a very cheap amount, you can give somebody something really unique and special for Christmas. This here has, this is the shampoo and conditioner. It has some, I didn't buy it, but it has lemongrass, and it doesn't have all these other things in it, which is kind of nice. I've been thinking about making my own hair rinses using like calendula and things like that for summertime, and just try it out and see if I like it. I like to grow lemongrass and lemon balm and all kinds of herbs, and it'd be interesting to try to make some hair rinses. Now, I think I would keep them in the refrigerator. I know that sounds weird. I think I'd make hair rinses and keep them in the refrigerator and maybe put them in like a mustard bottle. Would that be weird? You know those mustard bottles that have the whole thing? Never mind. I'm talking. I like to get things weird like this, like the Cape gooseberries. And that's how I first was getting ground cherries, is I would squeeze out the pulp to get the seeds out, and then I'd eat the flesh, but I'd save the seeds. So you just squish out the seeds, save the seeds, and then you can eat it too. So you don't have to sacrifice the snack. You can actually have the snack and then save the seeds, or you can just eat the seeds. It doesn't matter, whatever. But I like to save the seeds and grow them. Like, why not? You get basically a free seed packet with your groceries right there. I love it. If you haven't grown ground cherries before, they are really good. Ground cherries taste like a it's kind of like a cherry tomato that had a baby with pineapple. Like, it's really interesting. Like, I'm allergic to mangoes. I think it would be fun to make a mango salsa, but instead of having mango, use ground cherries or Cape gooseberries. I did hear somebody on one of my plant groups say that she made a pie using Cape gooseberries or ground cherries, and it was disgusting. And actually, their little description on Trader Joe's said that you could do that. You could use it like a fruit. I don't recommend it. It's its own thing, and you're going to have a pie, you're expecting a certain flavor. Green onions are one of the best and easiest things to regrow from your grocery store. Just cut a little bit of the chunk above the roots and eat the top, all the top and all the white except for a little bit, maybe a few centimeters of the white bit at the bottom above the roots, and then put it in a little dish of water and it'll start growing back. And once it starts growing back, you can actually plant it outside if it's warm enough. You can do the same thing with carrots, and I have done the same thing. It will not regrow the root, but it will grow the foliage. You can eat carrot greens. They're very high in calcium, and if you don't eat all of them, they'll go to flower, and then you'll have the seeds, and you can plant the seeds. So you have like the purple, orange, yellow, and all that kind of stuff in here. That's fun. That's really fun. If you don't want to go online and buy, colorful carrot seeds, buy the carrots, cut the tops off, plant them, and you will let them grow. You can eat some of the greens if you want to, put them into a soup or a pesto or on a sandwich or in a salad, and then save them. I wanted to show you here that even though I think their prices for their bagged, like arugula and greens and stuff, it's a good price. It is so easy to grow kale. I have kale growing in my garden all year long. It stops growing in the wintertime, like almost everything in the garden stops actually growing. But it just stays. It doesn't die. And then the next year I get a ton of seeds. So kale should be really cheap because it's so easy to seed save. It will reseed itself. And like in my garden, it pops up everywhere. It's almost like a weed. It's the kind of weed you want to have. So the beets situation, yes, their prices are not bad. But I did want to point out that to people who don't like beets, if you haven't had golden beets, try growing golden beets. The seeds cost a little bit more, but like I said, plant 5 to a hole, and then you take one at a time. They fill in the extra space. Google Charles Dowding. He has his own process that's where I learned how to do that. And when I first heard it, I was like, no. And I ignored him for years. And then I was like, I had a handful of beet seeds in my pocket, and I was walking around poking holes and putting beets everywhere there was a little gap in my garden. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna try it. I did a whole line, and I did 1 hole, 5 seeds, 1 hole, 5 seeds, and it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Definitely recommend it. You guys, this has been a really wonderful time. I had a great time looking at the store. Had a great time talking about my experience, my little adventures using Trader Joe's produce for gardening material. I hope you like this. Press, comment, like, subscribe. Check out my description box for more information. And if you haven't seen any of my music videos, I did write those songs. So I'd love for you to check them out. All right. See you next time.
Cold outside,
Be good, be sweet, go
but
garden
don't
community.
worry. We can go